Good morning, good evening, everyone. I am Mohammed Naveed. Warm welcome in the TORG, the Operating Room Global webinar. So today, our webinar the topic is surgical robotic technologies, basically. So today, basic bio about the Najmul Hassan is, and he is a highly skilled and experienced surgical technologist and a registered operating department practitioner with the Healthcare Professions Councils in the UK. Currently serving as a CSSD manager at Healthcare Hospital, Lahore, Pakistan. Mr. Hassan has a wealth of knowledge and expertise in surgical technology and sterile services management. His extensive background in the field, combined with his dedication to improving the surgical practices and patient care, make him an authoritative voice on the scope and the impact of surgical technology. Join us to gain the valuable insight from his experience and expertise. Sorry, that was some interruption in the internet. So about the TORG, the Operating Room Global is working in the many countries, about that 40 countries is working. And the president of our TORG is Ms. Adibushla. So over to Ms. Adibushla, please carry on. After this, we will start the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Naveed. I want to welcome everyone to this session. I want to welcome you to TORG Pakistan chapter webinar. The webinar is about scope of surgical technology. And as we all know, the Operating Room Global is a platform for all professionals working in the operating room environment, and surgical technologists are included as well. So today we're going to learn more about the scope of surgical technology, what they do in the operating room, and how they can work as a member of the team. And the Operating Room Global was founded in 2015. It was founded in Nigeria from just 8 members to over 100,000 membership at the moment, and from 1 country to over 89 countries of membership. So I want to really welcome everyone. That's about TORG in a nutshell. I wouldn't want to waste too much of our time because the time is far spent. I know Pakistan is 5 hours ahead of me. I really want to say a warm welcome to everyone. And thank you so much, Mr. Naveed, for the opportunity to introduce TORG in a nutshell. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I am inviting to the Mr. Najmul Hassan, and the topic is the role of surgical technologies in the robotic surgery, and he will discuss about the setting up for success. So please carry on, the Mr. Najmul Hassan, please.
Hello, how are you, everyone? Thank you so much, Mr. Naveed, Mr. Adibullah, for arranging this such an amazing session. It will be very helpful for us to know what is basically when a technologist or surgical technologist completed his education, and when he moved into the market of healthcare sector, and what he can do and what he will do. I will share some of my experience also with you, and let's start. Please let me know if everyone can listen me.
Yes, everything is fine. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Sure. So today we will talk about slightly overview of surgical technologies, role and responsibilities, education and training, job outlooks, and some of the opportunities locally in Pakistan, in UK, in USA, and in Gulf countries. So surgical technologist is basically also known as scrub, is an essential part of operating room team. They assist surgeons and nurses by preparing the operating room, handling instrument, and ensuring a smooth surgical process. This is a very, you can say, we have to know what a surgical technologies do in an operating environment. So we have to clear our mind that because I meet some of the technologies that have a concept of just managing the operation theater and how to manage, they don't know, they are blank. So we should know that we have to work as a nurse, as a scrub person, as a circulator, as a first assistant also, and also know everything about the operating room. Roles and responsibilities, if we're talking about the roles and responsibilities, surgical preparation, surgical technology, sterile equipment, ensure proper setup and prepare patient for surgery, contributing to a safe and efficient environment. Instrument handling, they pass instrument to the surgeon, maintaining a sterile field and anticipate the needs of surgical team during the procedure. Also collaborate with the anesthetic team, and they finally patient care, providing a comfort and reassurance to patient before and after the surgery, showing the empathy and professionalism during the challenging situations. So if we talk about the education and trainings, so a formal education of 4 year degree that somewhere in Pakistan they use the BS honor Operation Theatre Technology, and somewhere they call it a surgical technology, and it's a 4 year degree program, and somewhere it comes up with a semester's system, and in some institute they have annual system. So clinical experience is a basic need of surgical technologist. So as soon as you completed your education, you have to make sure you have some of at least 6 months of your clinical hands-on experience. You can do either in internship programs or in your regular routine of degree program, and the third one is certification. Certification is a very important if you want to work for a reputable institute. So these two things, education and training, are both important. You cannot compete with the other, while if you have only education and if you have only training, you don't have education. So these are two things that you need both. So, job outlook and the salary. If you talk about the demand of surgical technology, so don't be afraid. If you come in a market, if you come in a health sector right after the graduation, demand of surgical technology is too much. As there are also a senior person in this session, they will know that from a past 5 years there is a very few technologists, either a laboratory technologist or somewhere they just see a technician everywhere, technician. So now if you talking about nowadays, everywhere you have at least one technologist in every institute. I have seen, I'm a witness of this. So demand of surgical technology is too high. And if we're talking about this salary, uh, median annual wage of the surgical technology is around $48,000, with potentially for higher earning based on the experience and specialization. Third one is most important, specialization. We have to focus on one of the field if you move in pre-operative area. So you should specialize in one of the specialty, either in cardiac, orthopedic, and if you want to go up. So this is a very demanding surgical technologist. work setting, and if surgical technologist thinks what he will do right after the graduation, and if he feel like he should not do the surgical technology, so don't be afraid. uh, Technologists also work in a hospital setting. Most surgical technologists work in a hospital where they assist in the various surgical specialties and handle emergency procedures. Ambulatory centers. Increasingly, surgical techs are employed in outpatient surgical centers where they contribute to efficient same-day procedures. Specialized clinics, if you have specialization, surgical technologists may focus on specific surgical areas, providing the specialized support to surgeons and patients. Now, some of the advantages we have and some of the challenges we have to face. The advantages that you have job satisfaction if you work to heal someone, if you work to give a relief someone from pain, you will be satisfied. And the stability you have in your job and the opportunity to work a meaningful impact on patients' lives through vital sport during surgery. And challenging, yes, definitely we have to face some challenging in our pre-operative journey. Physical demanding work, that that's a very huge challenge, and exposure to stress situation, yes, and the need for the precision and the focus throughout surgical procedures. Future trends and advancement, definitely have to make ourselves up to date with latest technology, with latest knowledge of healthcare. Technology advancement, integration of robotics, like we are seeing nowadays, introduction of AI system in and robotics in healthcare also, and minimal invasive techniques leading to more precisely procedures and improve patient outcomes. If you see if you know the from past few years, there are different surgical procedures and different approaches uh, to reach out the surgical site. So nowadays it's very easy and no so much complicated. And also specialized role opportunity for surgical tech to specialized in specific equipment, procedures or technologies within surgical settings. So we have to make ourselves up to date with the latest knowledge and technologies. And if you talk about the job opportunities in Pakistan, so emerging field is one of the opportunity. Pakistan is witness an increasing demand for skilled surgical technologists, creating opportunity for graduates in hospital and clinics. And secondly, training programs. Local institute offers accrediting training programs to equip individuals with the necessary skills and the knowledge for this fulfilled career. So now I will talk about some of the registration and license a surgical technologist can get internationally, as HCPCI also have a healthcare professional council registration in operating department practitioner. It is basically a UK-based organization that registered a candidate to work in a UK. So the requirements are very basic to register with HCPC as international candidate. Hold a recognized qualification, uh, as I told you. You have a formal education of 4 year degree in your profession from a reputable institute. Provide evidence for your proficiency in English. That IELTS is now a must. You have minimum 6.2 bands of IELTS, and have a completed any necessary clinical replacement or practical training. Obtain a good standing certificate from your current or previous regulatory body. Criteria: the HCPC has specific criteria that international candidate must meet for registration. Demonstrate that your qualification mm, and demonstrate that your qualification and training are comparable to UK standards. Show that you possess the necessary skills, knowledge, and experience to practical safety. safely and effectively, adhere to the HCPC standard of conduct, code of conducts, and performance and ethics, comply with and any additionally requirement related to your specific profession. Process for HCPC registration is you submit an application for along with the required documents, pay the registration and assessment fees, undergo a credential assessment to determine if your qualification meet HCPC standards, provide additionally documents to evidence requested by the HCPC, receive a decision on your application, and if successful, receive your HCPC registration. So the basic process is you have to complete an online application. For an online application, you can go to the HCPC website. You can find an online application there, and also the required documents they want basically your complete course outline, what you have studied in 4 year education, 4 year of your education, and also a minimum 6 month of experience, clinical experience, and arts proficiency. um, and you can find it on HCPC official website. So CST certification is basically for USA requirement as graduate from a surgical technology program accredited by the Commission on Accreditation of Allied Health Education Program or the accredited Bureau of Health Education Schools. Complete the required amount of clinical experience, uh, which varies depending on the program and the state in which you plan to practice. Pass the certified surgical technologist exam administered by the National Board of Surgical Technology and Surgical Assisting. The difference between HCPC and CST is you have to appear for an exam, a physical exam in CST, and in HCPC you don't need to have any exam. What is the process of CST? Meet the required mention above, apply for the certified through the NBSTSA, and the application process include submitting the documentation of your education qualification and clinical experience, passing the criminal background check, and agreeing to abide by the NBSTSA standards of conduct and discipline procedures. If your application approved, you will be eligible to take the CST exam. The CST exam is computer-based test consisting of 175 questions, and if to pass, you have to at least 75% correct answers. Uh, Once you pass the CST exam, you will be awarded the CST credentials. To maintain your certification, you will need to complete continuing education requirement and renew your certification every 4 years. And this is also a difference between CST and HCPC. For HCPC, you have to uh, re, re, re-register, or you can say the uh, annual you have to pay annually fee for your license upgrade, upgradation. And for CST, after 4 year recertified, you have to recertify after 4 year to pay the same fee. Mm. If a surgical technologist want to move to Gulf or Dubai, it have to take the DHA license or DHA registration. If you are surgical technologist planning to work in Dubai, obtaining a DHA, Dubai Health Authority license is mandatory. Here are requirement and process. Requirement: basically completed the education in surgical technology from an accredited program as a 4 year degree, valid surgical technology certification from a recognized organization, minimum 2 years of work experience. It needs a 2 year of work experience, hands-on experience, good standing certificate, valid passport, and residency visa. Complete the online application on DHA website and pay the application fee, upload the required documents that will undergo for the data workflow, and complete the DHA assessment exam. It also have an exam which is computer based, and 150 multiple choice questions, and it conducted online. If you pass the assessment, you will be eligible to take the DHA license exam. The licensing exam is computer based also, and consists of 150 multiple choice question. If you pass the exam, you will receive the DHA license and be eligible to work as a surgical technologist in Dubai. Job opportunities for surgical technologist with HCPC registration, CST registration, and DHA. If you got the one of the license, you can move. As I said, HCPC is for UK. You are eligible to apply for UK opportunities, and if you have CST, you are eligible to apply for USA, and if you have DHA, you are eligible to apply to Dubai, and you can continue your work in their area respectively. International job opportunities with CST, again, certification and DHA licensed surgical technologists can explore job opportunities outside Pakistan as well. Some countries such as the United States and Canada have a high demand for skilled surgical technologists. Other countries such as the United Kingdom and Australia also have job openings. Certified surgical technologists, operating room technicians, surgical scrub technicians, surgical technologists. Surgical technologists can also explore job opportunities in international organizations such as Without Borders and International. These are some of the organizations you can search on your job after getting the license. So it is very easy to get the license if you know how to apply. You can go their websites, read the online application form. You don't not need any consultancy. You can do it by your own. It is very easy, and it is very uh, uh, friendly for you to. They have every step by step information on their website. And thank you very much for uh, staying with us, and if you have any question, just let me know.
Thank you so much, Najmul Hassan. Anybody have any question, please you can ask right now. Otherwise, we will conclude our session, please. Here is one question for Najmul Hassan. Can you please, what is the difference between the job description of the pre-operative nurse and the surgical technologist? Can you please answer the Najmul Hassan, please?
Sorry, Mr. Navid, can you repeat, please?
The question is, what is the difference between the job description of the pre-operative nurses and the surgical technologist?
Yes, basically a nurse, and different between a nurse and a surgical technologist is this. In Pakistan, there is an institute that still have a nurse uh, uh, that deal the operating room instead of surgical technologist. It will improve step by step, and inshallah in future. Difference between surgical nurse and JD and the surgical technologist. Basically, if a nurse have the experience and the specialization in pre-operative environment, yes, it's and surgical technology will be same, no difference. But if a nurse have the experience and specialization, and a specialization comes with an experience, definitely he can work, or both can work in the pre-operative areas. The JDs will be same, that I told you. The they can work as a scrub, as a circulator, as a recovery nurse, PACU nurse, and in the perioperative environment.
Also, and the second question is, can you work as an operation theater manager in the hospital? The surgical technology can work in
Mr.
operation theater as a manager as a work. Yeah.
I cannot hear you, Mr. Naveed. Your voice
Can you hear
is
me
too
now?
low.
Can you
Your
hear me?
voice is too low.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, Mr. Naveed, yes.
Okay. Can we work as
Uh,
a
uh, Excuse me, Mr. Naveed, your voice again.
Okay.
So,
Question is, the surgical technologies work as a theater manager or no?
yes, but not right after the graduation. It needs hands-on experience, uh, but after getting the experience and because our JD of
Wait, wait.
operating room manager is too responsibility is too much, and
Okay, 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 okay.
yes,
Thank you. And the question, one more question is there regarding the DHA exam. So I want to I will let you know about the DHA exam. If anyone is a surgical technologist and the CSSD diploma or any other field diploma, they have to uh, appear in a DHA exam. So after the exam, if they will pass, then they can get the lessons about the DHA. Can I write, Mr. Najma?
exactly, you are right.
Najma Hussain, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, Mr. Naveed, you are right. You explained very well about the DHA license.
Okay. Thank you. If anyone have question, you can write the question and we can answer here. So thank you so much, Nazmul Hassan, for regarding the our today presentations. So for the conclusion, I will ask the Mr. Adibusla, please closing remarks for that. We will invite the Adibusla. Please do the closing remarks, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Navi. Thank you, Mr. Najam, for that presentation. It's so good to be able to see how wide the scope of surgical technology is. I know some countries don't have surgical technologists. Even in Ireland, where I am currently, we don't have surgical technologists. I think there has to be a way of creating awareness for people to know about surgical technology and know that there are professionals who also work as side by side with scrub nurses. I know that based on this presentation, I could understand that the surgical technologists, they work as scrub nurses as well. In the US, they scrub mostly in the US, handling instruments, staying side by side with the surgeon and more. While the nurses, they circulate in the operating room environment. The nurses are like the theater managers, and the surgical technologists, they handle all the scrub roles. And but now in Pakistan, as per this presentation, I got to understand that even surgical technologists can take on managerial roles in the operating theater environment with experience as well. Some countries don't have surgical technologists at all, whereas we have a chapter in Iran. So TORG Iran, Iranians, mostly they are surgical technologists. They have even up to PhD level in surgical technology, it's very, very diverse, and it's so good to be able to know that it's just beyond scrub role, it's beyond minding instruments, is beyond the confinement of the theater wall. So one can actually expand even to international levels. So thank you so much for that insightful presentation. I believe we're going to continue this session in another meeting so that everyone can know. I mean, continue the topic on the scope of surgical technology. We could everywhere that is, we could break it down more to know surgical technologies pathway to the US, surgical technologies pathway to the UK. Maybe invite more professionals in this environment to talk to us about how people can navigate from their home countries and actually cross over to international levels if they want to continue working as surgical technologists. So thank you so much for that presentation. You want to say something? Is it?
I think there is some. So, ma'am, I have a question regarding the surgical technologist and pre-operative nurses. So, what is the international definition about the surgical technologist and the pre-operative nurses? Because sometimes the surgical technologist working as a pre-operative nurses. So, what is the defined internationally about the surgical technologist and the pre-operative nurses? Please, can you define?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I think at this stage, I think we would have to invite someone based in the US or where there is the surgical technologist role is prominent and they can be able to tell us the differences. I wouldn't know unless unless I invite someone that is into that field to actually explain to us. So that's exactly why I said we need to continue this conversation and maybe have a way of inviting the countries that have the role of the surgical technologists or that they work in operating theater environments and work side by side alongside nurses so we can really know where the line of difference is or how they collaborate in the theater environment so that there's no clashing of responsibilities. If you understand what I mean. So I think it's going to be another phase of discussion, or if anyone has an opinion on that, it's also welcome as well. So thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So a million thanks to the executives of TORG Pakistan chapter for organizing the webinar. Thank you so much for creating the time out of no time to connect. Thank you. I could see that TORG editor-in-chief, TORG magazine is around. Binish Islam, she's a lecturer at the King Edward Medical University. Thank you for connecting. And thank you to everyone who connected from all over the world. I could see that some Nigerians are connected as well. So thank you for joining this session. Thank you to all the executives and thank you to our speaker for tonight for doing great justice on that topic. So thank you, everyone, and hopefully we'll see you. I think the next webinar for Pakistan chapter is on robotics. I think, yes, it's on robotics. It's in another 1 month from now. That's in 4 weeks' time, and it's going to be announced across the platforms as well. So thank you, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, depending on your time zones. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.